What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about what happens if your 700R4 just stops shifting. Now, this happened to me the other night. I was leaving a car meet, and I was being a little kid. I just got on it, and something went wrong. It must have moved debris or something in the transmission, but it stopped shifting. This is just a spare one I bought off eBay. Don't buy transmissions off eBay, because this one lasted me about a month and a half before it started giving me problems. I mean, it didn't leave me stranded, but I was really having to shift from first to second manually and then into drive for it to actually move, which is bad, and reverse is going out. But what you're going to look for is back here by where the speedometer hooks up. Now you're going to find this cover, all right? And this is the governor. This is where that sits in. What you're going to see is what really is common if your transmission, your 700R4 just stops shifting, is this right here. If those valves aren't opening and closing, then that's probably it. Now, in my case, they weren't, so I figured that was the problem. Stuck it back in, worked fine. Wrong. I started driving it around, and it was still doing the same thing. And I was like, well, how could that work? Then you go over here, the throttle valve. This is what hooks up to your carburetor, right? And that can actually get stuck. Now, I pulled over, and I made sure that was not stuck. I could move it freely, and I was. Well, it may seem like it's moving freely, but it's not. You got to really yank it to get whatever's in there out and for that valve to move. And, excuse me. On 700R4s, it's not just a kickdown cable. It controls your shift points. So if you don't have that set just right, it'll screw up your transmission. Now, it's not like a one set in stone thing that if you don't have it set this exact way, it will ruin your transmission. A lot of guys mess with them at the drag strip to raise or lower or tighten or loosen their shift points. But they're really, I mean, there's not a whole lot of margin where they do that in. But that controls that. You just got to, all I did in my truck is I mashed the gas 10 times and let it slingshot back. That fixed it. Or another thing you can do is just take that little eyelet off the carburetor, just yank it and let it slingshot back. And that should unstick it. But if it's not one of those two things, and if those two are working fine, then you're really looking at something worse, like something internal. But for the most part, those are the two most common things on why your 700R4 won't shift.